The World Register is an independent news source. Our goal is to be a leading provider of truthful, unbiased, and timely reporting about people, places, and events. We currently use other news outlets to provide content and are not responsible for their version of events. Reuters news agency reports today that Italy on Wednesday appealed to the European Union for help in taking in African migrants, even raising the possibility of closing its ports to humanitarian rescue ships to pressure EU partners. An Italian government source told Reuters the idea of blocking humanitarian ships flying foreign flags from returning to Italian ports has been discussed. Italy has reached saturation point. He added Rome had planned for 200,000 beds for asylum seekers, and those were almost all taken. According to the report, Italy has brought in over 500,000 boat migrants since 2014, and a record 181,000 came last year. Arrivals this year are up about 14% over the same period last year to 75,000. Over the weekend, voters punished Italy's ruling Democratic Party in local elections, opting instead for center-right rivals led by the anti-immigrant Northern League and four-time former Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi, who wants Italy to take a tougher stance on migration. EU member states over the past 2 years have taken little action to move asylum seekers from Italy and Greece. However, the bloc's 28 leaders agreed last week the two southern states should get more help to manage arrivals. An EU official said the European Commission will give more emergency funding to Italy and wants EU states to put up more money to assist African countries, hoping that better conditions in those countries will keep people from leaving. The ARA reports that U.S. Defense Secretary Jim Mattis on Tuesday left open the possibility of longer-term assistance to the Kurdish People's Protection Units, or YPG, in Syria, saying the U.S. may need to supply them weapons and equipment even after the capture of Raqqa from the Islamic State. Secretary Mattis said the YPG fighters were well armed even before the U.S. last month decided to offer more specialized equipment for its urban assault on the Islamic State-held city of Raqqa. Secretary Mattis added, quote, "We'll be recovering the weapons during the battle, repairing them. When they don't need certain things anymore, we'll replace those with something they do need." NATO ally Turkey views the YPG as a terrorist organization and has attacked YPG positions in Syria. The Daily Wire reports today that CNN has used popular Sesame Street puppet Elmo as a propaganda tool against U.S. President Donald Trump's temporary travel ban. Elmo was part of a panel on Monday that included CNN reporter Clarissa Ward, Sherry Weston from Sesame Workshop, and David Miliband from the International Rescue Committee. During the interview, Elmo sympathized with refugee kids, stating they are just like kids in America. Ward asked Elmo, quote, "Did you find that the Syrian little girls and little boys were a lot like your friends here in America?" End quote. Elmo replied, quote, "Yeah, they really were. It was very interesting because they liked to play and learn just like Elmo and all of his friends at Sesame Street." End quote. The interview did not cover why the travel ban was created or explain the dangers associated with letting refugees with little or no vetting into the U.S.